Hey.
How you guys doing?
There he is.
What's up, man? All right. Hi.
So we've already heard a lot about how Barry and Nora are really going to form an interesting dynamic at the beginning. So what can you tell us personally about that?
Yeah, it's obviously an interesting dynamic. It's a bomb that's dropped on us, and
Valentine's right after this?
I think at first it's a little bit of skepticism, obviously, and apprehension, because we've had people show up before and say, like, hey, I'm this person, and then they're not. But I feel like we're kind of both, Barry and Iris kind of have a moment where we both just kind of feel like it's her, you know? Like, it's like gut instinct tells us, like, this is our daughter. And so it's a lot of different things, you know? I mean, it's like, I think Iris is mostly excited that they have this seemingly amazing kid and that is here, and she's time traveled to see us, and she wants to get to know her and connect with her before we send her back home. And I think Barry is also kind of, though, like, why is she here? Like, why did she time travel? I can't imagine that I didn't tell her that, like, she can't do that kind of thing, because I learned the hard way. I think he's, you know, a little worried because he's always wanted a kid, he's always wanted a family, and he's had so much of his life kind of dictated and robbed from him by these powers and, like, time travel, and it's why his mom was murdered, it's why his dad was in prison when he was growing up, and now he's, I think, a little worried that this could affect the future of their family. Like, her being here could, like, there's a line at one point where it's like she could Marty McFly herself out of existence just being here, you know? So it's, yeah, there's a little worry too, because we don't want to make it so she doesn't exist.
So we were told that this is the season of family and learning to love one another. What does that mean to Bear?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of our show has represented that too, to be honest. It's a family show. It's always been designed so families can watch it together. And yeah, this year we're seeing, you know, Joe and Cecile just brought a baby into the world, so we're seeing that. We're seeing Barry and Iris and the West family in general kind of navigate how to deal with this grown-up kid being here, and but I think it is going to be a special season in that sense with the family terms, and it's just cool. I mean, what Jessica's brought to the show already, and just like the fun, like, exuberance, just like kind of Barry's energy from season 1, and it's going to be a special season, I think.
Grant, you're so young. How are you going to play all these fatherly feelings, you know, with this grown-up girl?
Yeah, I don't know that Barry thinks of it in terms of, like, oh God, now I got to, like, father, I got to be a dad. Just because she's, you know, I think me and Candace just realized this is the season Iris and Barry will turn 30 this season. And she's 24, 25, Nora. So they're basically peers. So it's like a weird dynamic. I think he, you know, wants to teach her how to hone her powers because it becomes clear that she doesn't necessarily understand them and have a hold on them the way Barry does at this point. So he wants to help her. He wants to help her get back to her time. But we also, you know, he's trying to figure out kind of what time anomalies have been created by her being here, if we need to fix them before we send her back. So I feel like it's more like a mentor role and less of like a kind of a dad role at this point.
Also, the last 2 seasons, even though last season was supposed to be lighter,
it got dark.
Yes, it got really dark, and poor Barry was very tormented towards it.
Yeah.
Does that, I mean, this and the other feelings from the previous season, does that play a toll on you? I mean, emotionally?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm not like a method actor by any means. I mean, at least not for this job, just because it's such a long stretch and it's the Flash, and I don't, you know. But like, there are days where like you can't help but like be affected by like a mood that Barry's in, and you carry it around with you for sure. And it has, you know, a lot of the storylines of like, I had an idea of who Barry was when we came in from reading the comics and wanting him to be, you know, this optimistic guy and funny and smart. And I think, you know, we've mostly held on to all those things, but a lot of the storylines we've done have kind of, it's driven my kind of character in a different direction. You know, I'm not as kind of happy-go-lucky as I used to be, because it wouldn't make sense to be at this point because with all the stuff kind of we've gone through. So yeah, it is. I do like, I don't want comedy goofiness all the time. I like doing the heavy stuff, but yeah, I think we're trying to just find the balance. We're just trying to find the balance.
But the relationship with Harley, that's what it does.
Yeah, I mean, with Hartley, with Ralph.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
He's our, one of our comedic reliefs now. I mean, they're kind of. I don't do that much of the comedy anymore. It's like Cisco and Ralph and Tom, whatever character he's playing, and yeah, I mean, I do some here and there, but I feel like it's more kind of like the straight man.
Last question. Terrific. Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Thank you.
See ya.